Hello students and welcome to the 11th lecture in the lecture series for the course of Artificial Neural Networks for Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering students of the 7th semester Goa College of Engineering. I am Ms. Purti Savardekar, the faculty in charge for this course. An artificial neuron is an adaptive element. Its weights are modifiable depending on the input signal it receives, its output value, and the associated teacher response. In supervised learning, this teacher response is available, whereas in unsupervised learning, this teacher response is not available. We have studied this before. Today, we are going to get introduced to the first neural network learning rule, the Hebbian learning rule. Donald O. Hebb was a Canadian psychologist who was influential in the area of neuropsychology. He tried to understand how the function of a biological neuron contributed to psychological processes such as learning. In 1949, he published his classic work in The Organization of Behavior. In this work, he introduced his theory of Hebbian learning, and because of this, he has been described as the father of neuropsychology and the neural networks. Today, we will see how his theory of learning inspired the study of learning in artificial neurons. He stated his theory like this. When an axon of a cell A is near enough to excite a cell B and repeatedly or persistently takes part in firing it, some growth process or metabolic change takes place in one or both cells such that A's efficiency as one of the cells firing B is increased. The theory attempts to explain associative learning, in which simultaneous activation of cells leads to pronounced increases in the synaptic strength between those cells. The theory is often summarized as cells that fire together, wire together. Cells that fire together, wire together. Our job today is to understand this theory from the point of view of artificial neurons and artificial neural networks. It's a learning rule. It helps a neuron to learn. How does a neuron learn? What stores the knowledge of the neurons? Its weights. Hebbian theory inspires the learning rule called the Hebbian learning rule that helps to update the weights so that the neuron learns. As we have already studied before, a learning rule provides the correction in weights or the change in weights as the output. Hebbian learning rule also provides a correction as the output. But how? This correction is based on the Hebbian theory, which can be summarized in short as cells that wire together, fire together. Hebbian learning rule is a mathematical equation that represents this theory and gives a change in the weights as its output. Let us look more closely into this theory. The theory can be interpreted as if two neurons activate together, the weight between the two neurons increases. On the other hand, we can also say that if two neurons do not activate together, the weight between the two neurons decreases. To implement this, let us consider this neuron. This is the ith neuron. Its input is X is written as XJ because it is the output coming from the jth previous neuron. The weight between the jth presynaptic neuron and the ith postsynaptic neuron is written as WIJ. Yes, Wij. The output of the ith neuron is given as f of net I. Make sure that the notations are clear. Now, the Hebbian theory says that if the two neurons on either side of the synapse get activated or fired simultaneously, the weights of that synapse should increase. And if the two neurons on either side of the synapse get activated or fired asynchronously, then the weights of that synapse should reduce or decrease. The presynaptic neuron's firing signal in this case is XJ, and the postsynaptic neuron's firing signal is F of net I. If the presynaptic neuron fires and the postsynaptic neuron also fires, it is simultaneous activation. Similarly, if the presynaptic neuron does not fire and the postsynaptic neuron also does not fire, that is also simultaneous activation. Whereas, if the presynaptic neuron does not fire and the postsynaptic neuron fires, it is asynchronous activation. Similarly, if the presynaptic neuron fires and the postsynaptic neuron does not fire, that is also asynchronous activation. In case of simultaneous activation, weight should increase. The change in the weights should be in the positive direction. In case of asynchronous activation, weight should decrease. The change in the weight should be in the negative direction. Have a close look at the summary in this table. It shows that the product of the input and the output of the neuron, is proportional to the change in the weight. If the product is positive, the weight change is positive. If the product is negative, the weight change is negative. And that is how we can form the mathematical expression for the Hebbian learning rule. The change in the weight is proportional to the product of output and input of the neuron. Delta Wij is directly proportional to the product of f of net I and xj, which is the same as delta Wij is equal to C into product of f of net I and xj. Here C is a positive number called the learning constant. It determines the rate of learning. The smaller the value of C, slower is the learning process, and the higher the value of C, faster is the learning process. Let us now expand this to a neuron having multiple inputs, as is usually the case. Let us consider this neuron. This neuron has capital J number of inputs and corresponding weights and one output. How do we calculate the correction for an entire weight matrix, delta capital Wi? The product of output and input is now the scalar quantity f of net I multiplied by matrix of inputs, x. This multiplied by the scalar quantity C gives us a column matrix, that is delta capital Wi. This matrix, which is consisting of change to be made in each weight corresponding to the input. Delta Wi is now equal to C into f of net I into capital X. This is the expression for Hebbian learning rule. This is the change we make to the weights. Therefore, the new weights are equal to the old weights plus delta W, the change in weights. This is the same as W new is equal to W old plus C into f of net I into X. This is how we find the new weights using the Hebbian learning rule. Now, pause the video for a minute or two and think about this question. Is Hebbian learning rule a supervised learning rule or an unsupervised learning rule? Yes, Hebbian learning rule is an unsupervised learning rule. To understand it better, let us consider an example, a problem. The problem statement is, consider the initial weight matrix W1 equal to 1 minus 1, 0, 0.5. The learning constant C equal to 1. The training set having the input patterns x1 equals 1 minus 2, 1.5, 0, x2 equals 1 minus 0.5 minus 2, 1.5, and x3 equals 0, 1, minus 1, 1.5. And bipolar signum neurons. Bipolar signum neurons. Perform one iteration of training using Hebbian learning rule. Our current neuron looks like this. Notice the weights. These are the initial weights. So, first we consider the training using the first input vector x1. We find the net value using the current given weight matrix like this. Then for this net value, we find the f of net value. Now we calculate the new weight matrix like this. It is equal to the old weight vector plus the delta w given by c into f of net I into x. We substitute all the values and get this as the new weight vector. Note that the superscript 2, this superscript increments every time the weight matrix gets updated. Now consider the second training pattern x2. We find the net value, then the f of net value, then we find the new weight matrix. Then we consider the third training pattern x3. We find the net, the f of net, and the new weight vector. At the end of one iteration, one entire iteration of training, the updated weight vector should be now W4. Take some time and try to obtain W4. I hope the concepts covered in this video are clear. Let us discuss this further in the live Google Meet. See you there. Thank you.